Hi, this course is on infertility, grief, and loss. All infertility stories always begin with the hopes and dreams of having a family one day. Maybe you were high school sweethearts who talked for years about your future children, how many you might have, who they might look like, what traits they might inherit, etc. Maybe you both met at work and you're now at a point in your career where you feel the time is right to start your family. Maybe you're a single woman who wanted to have children and felt your time was running out and your biological clock was ticking. So it is now time to make a baby. You're optimistic that you're going to be one of those very fortunate people who gets pregnant on the first try. Didn't happen, but you remain optimistic that it will. You try again, you feel disappointed, but you still remain hopeful. You try again, didn't happen, but you're still hopeful. You haven't lost it. Try again, and again, and again. And with each try, you lose a little more hope and you get a little more worried that something might be wrong. Each month that you didn't get pregnant, a piece of you gets broken. The disappointment grows deep. And your friends and family all try to say the things that they feel will keep you positive, and they want you to remain hopeful. It doesn't really help though. You're told to relax, drink certain health drinks, take vitamins, wear underwear, don't wear underwear, put your legs in the air, hang off the side of the bed. You will take advice from anyone who is successful, and you will try just about anything. And each month, once again, your hopes are again squashed. You watch others get pregnant easily, and you start to get resentful. You wonder, why them and not me? You start to worry that there's something wrong with either you or your partner. You realize at some point, you're going to need to go to the doctor to find out what the problem might be. And when you do, and you're given a diagnosis that basically tells you you can't conceive without medical intervention. It doesn't matter if it's the woman or the man, you are now carrying a membership card to a club you never wanted to join, the Infertility Club. You get on the roller coaster of infertility treatments, and sometimes you do conceive, but miscarry. Your journey towards parenthood takes hit after hit, and your optimism fades. You start to feel a deep pain that only infertility can cause. The loss of a child, no chance to have all those milestones related to pregnancy, and no chance to parent the next generation in your family. In addition to infertility, some people are simply unable to carry a biological child due to other medical reasons. In this situation, the loss of not being able to biologically have a child can cause one to view this bodily inability as failure, just like in infertility. It is a loss of a potential child that they had hoped for, planned for, and expected. The issue of pregnancy is attached to the social concepts of womanhood, sexuality, identity, family, and parenthood. The grief associated with a loss of the ability to have a biological child is often expressed through anger, frustration, hopelessness, and a loss of confidence by those unable to parent. Although the issues of infertility and adoption are separate in nature, they are connected. Infertility is the most common life experience that leads couples and individuals to pursue adoption as a means to build their family. If one is capable of carrying a child to term, then embryo adoption is an alternative way to experience the full circle of conceiving, carrying, and delivering a baby to term. This allows one to explore the hopes and dreams of maintaining a sense of self, changing the narrative to one of hope which gives optimism and control where there had not been control previously. Embryo adoption allows for the birth experience. However, it is important to understand and accept this will not be a genetically linked child, will not look like anyone, will not carry the traits a biological child will have. If you decide to build your family through embryo adoption, it's important to have realistic expectations. Embryo adoption is often the next journey towards parenthood. When we lose someone close to us, we grieve that relationship and the memories of the person we lost. We process that grief of that loss through rituals like funerals, looking at photos, recalling time spent together, experiences that were shared, and we're comforted by that. This loss is universal. Everyone's experienced the loss of someone. But not everyone has lost the hope and dream of having a child. This loss is from something we hoped for, but never was. Friends and family who want to be supportive can't understand the complexities of grief related to infertility. Not only are you not going to have a child, also lost is the passing on of family genetics, traits, traditions, and rituals. This is a deep pain in infertility that is often not discussed and is not outwardly visible. You can easily get stuck in this deep grief. You just can't get over it, and sometimes that grief will stay with you forever. Grief is very personal. Managing the roller coaster of emotions through the process of trying to get pregnant, not being successful, and accepting the outcome are some of the stages of grief we go through as we work towards closure. In 1969, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross came up with the 5 stages of grief in her classic book on death and dying. In this book, the 5 stages are described when suffering a loss. These stages are applicable to many types of loss. Many who are grieving move in and out of the various stages at different times during their journey through grief. These stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. There are no right or wrong ways to grieve. It's a personal journey, and even the family members who are impacted by infertility may be at different stages in grief and need to be mutually supportive and compassionate. Once one feels they're emotionally ready, an alternative plan can be created. As you go through this journey towards healing, self-care is very important. The toll that infertility treatment takes on the mind and body is significant. Ongoing infertility can significantly impact mental and physical health. Discussing ways to find support, develop healthy coping strategies, and conflict resolution is vital. Part of taking care of oneself can include journaling, getting involved in hobbies, relaxing rituals, an exercise routine, socializing, and sometimes taking a break from family planning. Both partners are grieving, and supporting each other during this trying and difficult time is extremely important. It is also very important to give yourselves time to heal before moving forward in building your family.